Ekta is with us now. Actually, that EBITDA number is not looking good, and that rally is also getting sold into. Ekta, your thoughts?
Well, yes, absolutely, Anuj. You know, I think it's quite a disappointment in terms of the margins for Lupin. So if you just ignore the net loss, and it's quite perplexing in terms of what kind of write-down they've taken for the Gavis acquisition that they made a couple of years ago, and why exactly they have written down those assets. They do have a call taking place at 3 p.m., but the street was working with margins of around 18% this quarter. So this 17.3% that they've reported is definitely a bit of a disappointment. And the revenue is also not much above what the street was estimating. 4,033 crores is what it's coming at, and we were working with around 3,928 odd crores. My sense is that maybe it is also a valuation play which is coming on board now, simply because of the kind of correction that we've seen. But we need more commentary from the management before we can assess what else happened in the quarter for Lupin.
Okay, Ekta, thanks a lot for that. Back in the red for Lupin now, and that rallies have been sold into. Andrew, your thoughts on pharma as a space? I know we were called you to discuss bigger things here, but since we had Lupin's numbers, this is a sector which is now giving 52-week lows, and valuation-wise, perhaps trading at historic lows, or at least in the recent history. You would want to take a punt here, or you think it's best avoided?
No, I think just avoid it. I think that whole kind of generic story is something of the past, and most of these companies will have to kind of reinvent themselves. So I don't think until they start doing that, then we need to look at them. And also, we're still awaiting Trump policies on the whole sector, which, I know he didn't give very much away the other day, but I'm sure he's coming back to give us more. And I don't think it's good news for pharma. I just don't need to be in this sector.
Okay, by the way, on Lupin, along with this big impairment that they've taken on Gavis, there is also an additional deferred tax. Again, it arises on Gavis. So there's about a 1,400 crores of a hit on the impairment that they've taken, plus deferred tax to the tune of almost 300 crores. That put together has obviously led to that big hole in the bottom line. But if you strip that aside, look at the margin performance at about 17.3%. That's not looking very good, as Ekta pointed out.